How many hours should I study each day? It's a question many of us ask ourselves. But according to Newport, author of Deep Work, it might not be the most useful one. Newport argues that it's not about the quantity of hours you put in, but rather the quality of focus during that time. He suggests that success is more about the intensity of your concentration rather than the sheer number of hours spent at the desk. Drawing from his own experience as a PhD graduate from MIT, Newport emphasizes the distinction between deep work and shallow work. Deep work involves immersing oneself fully in a task, free from distractions, while shallow work refers to more superficial activities that don't require intense focus. Newport advocates for prioritizing deep work as it allows for great productivity and skill development in less time. In essence, Newport's message is clear. It's not about clocking in a certain number of hours, but about maximizing the quality of your focus during the time you dedicate to your work or studies. On the flip side, engaging in activities that don't require much brain power and can be easily done while being distracted falls into the category of shallow work. Newport points out that in today's world, filled to the brim with distractions, deep work has become a rarity. That's precisely why mastering this skill is incredibly valuable. Newport predicts that those who excel at deep work will emerge as top performers in their respective fields, akin to skilled craftsmen. According to Newport, achieving deep work centers on 4 key principles: single tasking, zero distractions, intense focus, and extended periods of time. Let's delve into each of these aspects. Research consistently shows that multitasking diminishes attention. When you hop from one task to another, your focus remains stuck on the previous task, hindering your ability to concentrate fully. Even seemingly harmless notifications on social media can disrupt your flow. Despite their seemingly inconsequential nature, these distractions subtly program your mind to crave more interruptions. Newport highlights an intriguing study in his book to underscore this point. Researchers conducted an experiment where participants were given puzzles to solve. Half of the participants who hadn't completed the puzzle were interrupted and asked to make important decisions. Then they were given logical questions. The other half completed the puzzle before being asked the same questions. So, what's the outcome? Naturally, those who had already solved the puzzle performed better in the test compared to those who were interrupted. The interrupted group had residual thoughts of the puzzle lingering in their minds, hindering their performance. Moving on to the importance of zero distractions, in 2012, psychologists Hoffman and Baumeister studied 205 individuals, revealing that we can resist the urge to check social sites and emails about 50% of the time. Imagine if this holds true, it indicates a recipe for shallow work, making it difficult to focus. Another crucial aspect is intense focus. By dedicating all our energy to a single task, like using a magnifying glass, we can accomplish more in less time. Lastly, extended periods of time are necessary for deep work. You can't expect to engage in deep work for just a few minutes. There needs to be a substantial amount of time dedicated to it, such as half an hour or more. Now, the question arises, how can we achieve deep work? For this, the author provides 4 rules. Rule number 1 emphasizes working deeply. Newport stresses that good intentions alone won't suffice. To truly engage in deep work, you must invest significant time and effort into it while eliminating all distractions. For instance, adopting the monastic approach entails sacrificing everything until you reach your goal, much like J.K. Rowling isolating herself to write the final Harry Potter book. Similarly, Bill Gates devoted 8 weeks to writing the version of BASIC, demonstrating the dedication needed for deep work. The second method for achieving deep work is known as the bimodal approach. In this strategy, when you aim to maximize productivity, you retreat to a private space free from distractions. During this dedicated time, you eliminate all potential interruptions. Once you have allocated a set time for this focused work, you return to your normal routine. Renowned author Robert Kiyosaki employed this technique to write his best-selling book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, which propelled him to millionaire status. You can adopt this approach by finding a quiet space like a library or a room devoid of noise and distractions. Now, let's discuss the third technique, the rhythmic approach. Here, you organize your schedule into time blocks. For instance, you might devote 1 hour solely to focused deep work, devoid of any distractions like cell phones or socializing. Afterward, you can enjoy a break for an hour before diving back into another hour of work. You can customize the number of time slots based on your personal comfort and preferences. Finally, there is the generalist approach. This is suitable for individuals who work full-time and don't have specific slots for deep work. Whenever they find themselves with free time, they sort off all distractions and enter a highly concentrated mode, dedicating as much time as possible to deep work throughout the day. Rule number 2 for achieving deep work is to embrace boredom. Many of us believe we can easily toggle between distraction and concentration, but this mindset is flawed. Once your brain becomes wired for distraction, you develop a craving for it, leading you to incessantly check your notifications even when they are absent. Carl suggests that whenever you feel the urge to check your phone or get distracted, consciously redirect your focus back to your work. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to resist distractions and enables you to focus on a single task more effectively. So, whenever you find yourself feeling bored, resist the urge to grab your phone and start scrolling through social media. Instead, use your free time to stay away from distraction and strengthen your willpower. Cal suggests planning ahead by establishing a morning routine where you outline your activities for the entire day. Even small steps like avoiding certain routes where you know you'll run into friends can help you minimize distractions. By implementing this proactive approach, you can significantly reduce your distractions. Similarly, make a habit of not immediately responding to messages or answering every phone call on the first try. Now, let's discuss the next rule, quit social media. You might wonder, why should I quit social media? Aren't we supposed to be social beings? Cal addresses this by highlighting how notifications create a habit of constantly checking our phones even when there's no actual notification. This mindless scrolling can eat up valuable time without us realizing it. That's why he advocates for a craftsman approach where we evaluate whether the benefits of using social media outweigh the negatives. He suggests trying a 30-day social media detox to gauge its impact on your productivity and overall well-being. After the detox, reflect on whether your time would have been better spent without social media and whether anyone even noticed your absence. For students, especially, the benefits of social media are minimal compared to the distraction it poses. Next up is drain the shallows. While boasting about studying for countless hours may seem like an achievement, Cal argues that it often indicates unproductivity. Working for long hours without depth leads to shallow results. To enhance productivity, he recommends 2 strategies. First, track how much time you spend on deep work versus shallow work. Second, schedule every minute of your day, including time for deep work, socializing, and rest. Although you may not stick to the schedule perfectly, it provides a roadmap for structuring your day effectively. These insights are drawn from the book Deep Work, which offers valuable strategies for maximizing productivity and focus. I hope you guys liked the video. If you find this video informative, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and make sure to click the bell icon to stay updated. And also comment down below which book summary you would like us to cover next. Happy reading!